We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the San Francisco 49ers. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Green 80. Green 80.
56, Mike, boy, 56. Check.
Mike 39, Lucy.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12.
Green 80. Green 80. Punch right, punch right, punch right. Green inside.
Shotgun now for Bortles. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 30 yards there. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Spread left, spread left, spread left. Green inside.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Green 80. Green 80. Green inside.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Flashy little move, but unable to reach the 40. In on the stop, Vernon Hargraves.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
From the gun on 3rd down, Bortles. He's got his man, Boyd. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards. '49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17.
Green 80.
Into the red zone, it's Bortles. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Second and goal from the 1. They get it to him running left. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. Here's Khalif Raymond to return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And he's got room. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
On first, they go right back to Howard. And some room to run now. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now the rookie from NC State, this is Nyheim Hines. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's it, baby. That's it. Double tight, guys. Double tight.
And now they'll throw with Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he's taken down inside the 30. Give them a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
On first down, they run with Howard. And, a little spin cycle. Room to run now. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen, rush coming, and he's taken down. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football, but they face a second and long to start things out.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Now, Barney, Barney.
On the handoff, this is Howard. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. It's a 6-yard pickup to get him back to the original line of scrimmage with third down coming up. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. His throw caught right around the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Leopard! Leopard! Now, Barney, Barney.
On first and goal, Howard. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there. It's second and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
Try to punch it in with Howard. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They'll try and sneak it here. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Allen, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Allen going to go on 4th down. And my goodness, this is incomplete. He tried to keep it himself, but can't stretch his way in. And this 49er defense stands tall down near the goal line. In his own end zone, it's Bortles. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this up to the 24-yard line. 23 yards on the play. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And they'll run it here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
And I think that's going to go down as no gain, but that doesn't seem fair for the effort that was presented on that play. That should go down as a loss. I know, I'm a defensive guy, but you got to like the play that was made.
He made a lot of those plays last week. He was AFC Defensive Player of the Week, picking up where he left off. The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Bortles to throw on 2nd down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain. Bortles now on 1st down. Now he's hit, and Bortles fumbled. It's loose, and the Raiders pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a 2-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. 2-hand. Oh, I get it. 2-hand monster. Both hands on the football. Taking care of it. Putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. This is Howard on 2nd down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Two minutes to play here in the 1st half. Back to more NFL action on EA Sports after this. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Allen. And right over here, over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
Williams to return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. On 2nd down, here's Bortles. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
It's all right, it's all right.
Bortles now on 1st down. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Two first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. On 1st down, Bortles. And he is going to be hit and taken down. Bortles sacked. Reuben Foster not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. From midfield, here's Bortles. Forced out to his left. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. The Niners on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 17. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for everyone possible to try to secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Going for the deep ball. And this is going to be intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
So after the INT, it's Bortles. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. From the gun, it's Bortles. Eluding the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. A big 3rd down play there for the Niners. 53 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
73, 73.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Here we go.
Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Hunter Henry, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Raiders. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. On the crossing route, complete. That's Cole. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2.
Detroit! Detroit!
To throw, it's Allen. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Williams now on the return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Everyone got 4 down. Schit.
Throw that.
And they'll go on the ground across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Bortles now to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Frank Clark in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
The Niners on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. Throwing now is Bortles. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fielded at the 43. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
20! And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one 28 yards on the ground.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. On first down, Allen. The open man is Westbrook. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. They pitch out to Howard. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
Not your normal call in short yardage, but the toss works very well there. Big people out in front, being physical, and they pick up a 1st down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. He's going to get it running right. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense.
Detroit! Detroit! Over!
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Samson Ebukam In there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And Bullock will put this one through, and that will tie our score at 14. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Green 80. Green 80.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
A give to Howard. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Here's Hines on a toss play. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well.
That's a lot of beef thundering downfield off of the toss play. And it takes me back to when I was a kid and watching USC play. Remember the old toss that they ran? They used to call student body right or student body left because everyone was out in front of the ball carrier. In fact, one of their favorite plays, it was called rose stem right or rose stem left, depending on the formation. 28 toss. And 28 toss was their bread and butter.
Watching that, Barney!
Now Howard. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. And Justin Coleman brings him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Allen. Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Running with Howard. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. The Niners on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Green 80.
Shotgun now for Bortles. He's got his man, Boyd. Tyler Boyd, he's going to go. Touchdown, 49ers. Tyler Boyd, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. Raymond now on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go play action here on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cole. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very solid gain of 27. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On the toss play, Howard. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Here's Allen to throw it. Blitz coming, and down he goes. DJ Reader in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
And that last penalty makes his 3rd down play a little more interesting. 3rd and 5.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
Allen going to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cole. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They've got another 1st down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. To the air, Allen. Buying time to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
On 3rd and goal, Howard. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. They toss left to Howard, and he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. Miles Jack there to make the tackle. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down of this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2. If they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Bortles going to look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. The 40, the 30, 10, touchdown, 49ers. DJ Moore taking it goal line to goal line, 100 yards. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Raymond now on the return. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Allen. And he rifles one incomplete. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen, escaping the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Anthony Brown.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Defensively, they know the situation. They stack the line. Heck, that was a goal line set right there.
And it's the right play for them, exactly what they have to do. They want to take away every gap, every crack, and make sure no one can get through it. But here's the deal, though. You've worked on offense all year long about these types of defensive fronts. And if they can penetrate it at all, your runner has a chance to go a long way behind it.
Could be a house call. So 2nd down, and this defense certainly going to sell out to stop the run. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the 49ers, they pick up win number 7 on the year. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face the Giants next week. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they will get a home date next week against the Los Angeles Chargers. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.